Here's the gist of the song Casa da Floresta by Nanan. It's G, C and D mostly. G here, with the usual sort of G5 effect, getting rid of a B there and putting a string 2 fret 3 in, like in Wonderwall. It's mostly right hand, so first of all chords. A-7, let me put the fingers on one at a time, string 1 fret 3, string 2 fret 1, open 3rd, string 4 fret 2, open 5th, D, D major, can you see where I'll get a little finger out of the way, and back to G again, repeat. A lot of it is right hand, so, and also the melody, the song part is imitated by the thumb quite a bit. It's played by the thumb. String 5 on that G shape, then open 5th, string 6 fret 3. So can you see that? So string 6, probably a pull off there to play the open 5th, and then if I had to play without any hammer-ons or pull-offs, open 5th, on the D chord, string 6 fret 2, and then string 6 fret 3. So you've got this little scale to play with, 3, open, 2, 3. Right hand, bass note, fingers, 1, 2, 3, so 2, open, 3, open 5th for the A, change to A minor, thumb, watch, fingers. I'm not following the original pattern very strictly here, but it's basically thumb, finger, 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 3, 2, 1. Then I play the, because I feel like it, the string 4 fret 2, and A minor on the D. So I'm playing strings 4, 3, 2, and I'll put my little finger back on. So we have a D on the fingers, like that, free up the first finger, and then bring the second finger over to get back to G again. So you've got a combination of, if I just mask the strings, you've got thumb finger, thumb, 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 finger, thumb, finger. So see if you can get that kind of feel. Thumb, can you hear that? So my recommendation is look at the right hand of the player and just see what's going on, whether it's a thumb followed by fingers together, or whether you hear the picking of individual strings, and then you've got to listen. Remember, you have slowdown function on YouTube anyway. You need to hear whether the pattern is going 3, 2, 1 that way, or reversed. Put that together with the chords. Forget the bass line for a minute. Sorry. Add in a bit of fingering, arpeggiation. time it's thumb playing the melody and then the fingers aren't playing. Then the fingers join in. So that's quite close to the melody. So now putting in the hammer-ons and pull-offs. Just a hammer-on, O to O. So once you've figured out, then you're pretty much on the way. The second part is a C major 7. Hopefully you can see that, but if you can't, it is string 5 fret 3, string 4 fret 5, string 3 fret 4, sorry about the buzz, I've done quite a few of those, string 2 fret 5, and the fingering is much the same as the first section. Thumb finger, thumb finger. And you hear the choppiness. I'm doing detached chords like I did in the first section, rather than as the fingers play, release the pressure on the left hand again, and then back on again. Next chord, B minor 7, which is string 5 fret 2, string 4 fret 4, string 3 fret 2, so you need a barre, and string 2 fret 3. I'm not going to particularly change the right hand pattern, basically thumb fingers, da ba da da da. A minor 7, string 2 fret 1, string 3 open, string 4 fret 2, open 5th, and then a quick D, but with an F sharp bass. So we've got a normal D there, but the fingering changes because I'm not going to use string 1 much. Might, but probably not. Most of the time he plays 4 3 2 or just 3 and 2 with the F sharp there on fret 2, string 6. So C major 7, B minor 7, short A minor 7, and a short D. Again, I think I do string 1 fret 3 for the A minor 7 now. Then I won't bother taking the little finger off, even though almost all the time I'm not going to play that. I'm going to play the D chord, but the little finger stays there, because I think sometimes he does. But it's easier to leave it there from the A minor 7, because we're going to G anyway. Sequence without me talking. You'll hear there's some bass line. Here, mostly it's straight, but sometimes he does B minor 7, then string 6 fret 3, and then string 5 fret 2, so G, B. At the end there I played strings 5 3 2 1, 5 3 2 1, and then 6 4 3 2. So 5 3 2 1 on the A minor and 6 4 3 2 on the D. You'll hear that there's a strummy version later on. When we get to the verse, now we do barres for a bit of variety. So barre at 3, E major shape for G, A minor, barre at 5, E minor shape, I don't think it's a D. I'll just go back and have a listen. I say it isn't a D. I don't think it's a D there. I think it's just back to the original chord. But let me put it in anyway. I don't know. No, I think it's a D there. D7's here. So if you're familiar with the C7 shape, it's just the same thing but up 2 frets. But if you're not, string 2 fret 3, string 3 fret 5, string 4 fret 4, and string 5 fret 5. You don't bother with the outside strings, otherwise you end up with a rather different version of the chord. It becomes a 9th, and it's got the 9th in the bass, which you don't want for this song. You hardly ever want it, actually. Interesting. He plays the chords the finger parts very staccato. Easier to do it, I think he does as well, with an upstroke with the thumb instead of fingers, but my thumbnail is rather broken, so it's really smashed up. I've got super glue and tissue paper on it, and I don't really play a great deal with it, but as you can hear, with the fingers, it's very different to an upstroke with the thumb, because you can get that bite to the staccato, which I can't achieve very well with the fingers, and it just sounds different to me. Let's try a flick with the middle. Yeah. But it doesn't have, again, the bite of the treble because of the thumbnail being used. But it's pretty close. Nah, I've got to use the thumb. But I can't, so finger it is. Can you hear how to do that? Can you hear? So it's small bass note. I'm doing it by the frailing kind of technique for banjo. So I'm using the back of the nail and striking like fingers of plectrum. Upstroke, upstroke again, downstroke, up, down. So just listen to the sound there. Slap. Speed it up. That's pretty gross, wasn't it? Let me do it again. So there you go, some bumblings about it. As I say, it's not exactly like the original, but as I want to say very often, very frequently, we had the author sitting next to me, the composer. He may well say, well, it's very admirable, you should be trying to learn note for note, but you notice that there are variations through it, and you don't have to stick to it. But if I wanted to, I could go back and just listen to it, break it down a little bit more simply, but I've only listened to it a couple of times, and I really didn't improve greatly from the first 5 or 10 seconds. Just follow it through once, because I'd have to go back and listen quite a few times to get the exact bass line, but maybe, as I say, maybe that doesn't matter. But basically, if you can do be fine. One last time, that pattern, thumb finger, hit, finger, and then thumb finger, thumb finger. Sorry, thumb finger, thumb. Perhaps if I end by doing this a bit, so that you can play along to it. Thumb, finger, finger, thumb. That's probably enough of that. Put some chords in without chopping. By that I mean détaché. The advantage of barréing, as you will realise, is that there's total silence after it. It's very easy to it's easier to do it with the barre than it is with quite a few open position chords, where I'm having to use the first finger to flatten the fourth and third on the fourth and third strings to mute them. I relax my hand, and I also have to put the finger down to get all the strings to stop. It's a good technique, but it's different to play release. On the D7 chord there, I already said finally a couple of times that because you're only playing strings 5, 4, 3 and 2, thumb, finger, 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 it's quite easy to get a muted sound, but nevertheless still a bit of a thumb drop will help.